How's it going, viewers? This is Ojama from Team Thunder Ojama, aka Throw the Knife. I hope you guys enjoy this deck profile, and I hope you enjoy the new setup. Looks nice and actually good. So, as you can tell, it's a Salamangreat profile. I'm running one mole. We're going to do it in level order, so that's level 1. So one mole because it's good for its banish effect, plus it's a Salamangreat, which would be good for multiple reasons. Next, Raccoon, basically a good hand trap that adds itself back to the hand constantly, so it's always good to have. Next, we're going into the meat of the deck, because it's level 3s. Free Gazelle. I wouldn't run any less than that, to be fair. So, free Gazelle, 100%, always, yep. Next, free Spinny, because again, same reason as Gazelle, it's like one of the main parts of the deck, so you'll want to run it. Next, free Foxies. Reason being, Foxy is probably the best search card in this deck, that isn't in the extra deck, so probably the best main deck searcher, so I personally run it at free for that exact reason. Next, 2 Psychic Trackers. I know, they're not Salamangreats. Well, slap my Johnny or call me Jimmy. But reason you're running 3 of this is basically if you have a level 3 on the field, you can special summon it to the field immediately. So if I get Gazelle by adding it, by using its effect as a special summon, that special summons itself as well. I basically don't have to use up a normal summon. It's really good. Next, we're going into the hand traps, because it's the last of the level 3s. 2 Ash. I know people say you should run 3 because it's in the structure, but I personally like the synergy at 2. I mean, you can run it at 3 and maybe take out a Psychic Tracker or even like Raccoon or something, but I like it at 3. At 2, sorry. Next, Lady Debug. 3 again. Reason being, well, it's probably a really good main deck searcher that isn't Foxer. Basically, Foxy is really good for main deck searching for just Salamangreat stuff. That doesn't have to be a monster, while Lady Debug searches out the entire deck instead of the top 3 cards, and you get to add any level 3 or lower Cyburst to hand, which means you can add a Gazelle to hand, which is really good. 1 level 5, which will be a Paro. I just think Paro is a really good card. People disagree with me. But 2k life points is really good when it comes to playing for time, so maybe a side deck option more than a main deck, but I like it in main deck, so. Next, 2 Beat Bison. Reason being, it's a free Salamangreat for basically nothing. Next, 1 Dogoran. You want to run a Kaiju, so Dogoran might be the one that you want to run. I personally run only 1 of it because you only really want to see the Kaiju every so often. I mean, yeah, you could do it more, hence why I've got, I think, like 1 on my side as well, but I won't be going through side in this profile. Next, 1 True King. However how you're supposed to pronounce that, basically the Fire True King. Reason being, it's basically really easy to summon because basically every monster you have in this deck is fire, and its banishing effect is really good, and it's a really good body to have on the field for link summoning or just straight up attacking, so running it at 1 is good. Next, we're going into the spells. 1 Fusion of Fire. Reason being is I don't have any more. And also, to be fair, you only really want 2 Violet Chimeras. So 1 Fusion of Fire and one of the other cards in here is good enough. Fusion of Fire basically is the one searchable way of fusing it due to the effect of Foxy, so not too bad. Next, you're running 2 Sanctuaries. Reason being is Baylink's Conservator is the main card of the deck in a sense because you're focusing on reincarnation, link summoning, as it said in the anime, or just link summoning with the same monster. So that I'm running at 3 at the moment until the new field spell comes out, from which was announced in the anime. I think it was like a few episodes ago, so I can't wait for that. Next, 3 Will of the Salamangreats, because it's always good to get a special summon, whether it's from hand or from graveyard. I don't need to say anything else. 3 Salamangreat Circles. This is your best searcher when it comes to spell cards, definitely. 100%. You always want to have a circle in hand if possible. Next, 1 Super Poly. Basically a powered up version of Fusion of Fire, because Fusion of Fire can do the exact same thing as Super Poly, except Super Poly's a quick play, so you can use it during your opponent's turn, so if you go first, it's better to see a Super Poly than it is a Fusion of Fire. Next, Sue's 2 Salamangreat Rage. We're into the traps now. Reason running 2 Rage is because it's a good card to see every so often, but you don't always want to, you know, see it. And even then, it's not recyclable, but there's better traps, so it's not too bad. Next, 2 Salamangreat Raw. Reason you want to run 2 Raw is instead of 3, like most people do, is because I feel like it's really recyclable. You can constantly bring it back from the graveyard, so you only ever really need it at 2, even at 1, because you can send it with Gazelle and bring it back. Next, Gift. Basically, I use my main mechanic. I can now discard a card in my hand to draw 2. I see no problem with that. Then for the final 2 cards, 2 Gozen matches. Again, you could run 3 because it's in the structure, but I run 2 because A, I'm running the third one on a different deck, and B, yeah, it can cut off some of your own play, so it's not always ideal to have. Next is the extra. 3 Mirage Stalio. Xyz monster you always want to see, like, go into it because it's really good for your summons and that, so 3 Mirage Stalio is really good, especially since it pushes the monster back to hand, so if you use your Kaiju you can then send the Kaiju back to your hand to then reuse the Kaiju, really good. Next, 2 Violet Chimeras, as I said, really good to fuse and use up your opponent's field. 2 Balinks, because it's good to have its banish effect in Grave and its searchable effect, but any more than 2 is kind of dumb in my opinion, because again, you can reuse them by shuffling them back into the deck if you so need to, but if you've only got 2 field spells, you don't really need the third one. 1 Cyburst Wicked. This is a controversial card because it's really low attack and requires 2 monsters to go into it, and it makes it so your Gozen plays aren't usable. But this is a really good card because it basically negates the destruction of your Cyburst monsters it points to, which means you can make a really good board if you can get in the right position. So I personally run one of them. Same with an Update Jammer for the exact same reason. Takes up 2 for a 2k attack, not too bad, but then its effect is what saves it. Again, it's more progressed towards Cyburst, so for this deck it's actually quite good because most of your cards are Cyburst. Dual Little Chimera, basically your Mrs. Radiant of the deck, but in my opinion a little better because it means you can recycle your Ash Blossom, because Ash Blossom is a fire. And then you want to go into 2 Sunlight Wolf. Most people would run 3, but I run 2 because I'm only using it for its add back to hand effect. And then I immediately go into like a Heat Leo, which then means I can send both of these back into the deck to reuse later if I use the right cards. And then for the final card, 3 Heat Leo. I mean, why would you run less than that? I mean, I guess you can run 2 and just keep recycling them, but in my opinion 3 Heat Leo is a really good way of running it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Hope you enjoyed the brand new layout. And hopefully the next fucking deck profile I'll do won't be at nearly 2 in the morning. I do have a really, really exciting deck profile to share with you guys when I get all the cards for it, which I'm getting most of them on Sunday, so look forward to that.